Hi guys, this is Rusty 78609 in his little 16-foot travel trailer in Central Texas, USA. It is January the 2nd and it is cold today. However, I did mention in a video this morning, I did comment called that there may be a buyer for my RV, and there may be. But what I have found out is something that you might want to know. A lot of people might want to know this. Now, this is how it works in Texas today. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of comments that say, well, I sold this in 1929 and this is what I did, or I sold this 20 years ago and this is what I did. Well, let me tell you, this is how it is in Texas today, because I just checked. I spent about 45 minutes at the bank going through every little detail because I want to sell my RV and I want to get paid, and I don't want to get screwed out of all my money, okay? Because I have a lien against it. I mean, I have, in other words, the buyer has to pay me, and then the loan has to be paid off wherever, and then the title has to be sent to me. I sign it on the back and send it to, or hand it to, the buyer of my Jayco J-Flight RV, okay? Well, a lot of you have suggested in other videos that I did one video similar to this and suggested, well, Rusty, just get a cashier's check. Let me tell you what's wrong with a cashier's check. What's wrong with a cashier's check? If they give you a cashier's check for the full amount and you take it to your bank, deposit it into your account, those funds are not available in your account for anything for at least 4 days. Now, that's if you have a good banking relationship. If you don't have a good banking relationship, they're going to put a hold on that for 7 days. So you don't have any money for 7 days. None, okay? Now, can someone stop payment on a cashier's check? Answer, yes. A lot of people don't believe that's true, but it is. What an individual can do is they can go to their bank where they got the cashier's check and say, hey guy, I got robbed and they stole that cashier's check. Boom, they'll stop payment right away, okay? Number two, if it's not lost, or you lost it, or if it's lost or stolen, they will stop payment on a cashier's check. If you don't believe me, check it out. Anyway, what else? So then we go to another way. Somebody's going to say, well, hell, all you got to do, Rusty, just have them wire the money directly to your account and it's done. Correct, it is. It is done instantly, right away, within a matter of a few hours or whatever, sometimes minutes. Here's what's wrong with a wire transfer. In order for them to transfer money from their bank to your bank, they have to have all of your banking information. Okay, that means your name, address, account number, and the routing number to your bank. All right. Now, if I have that information, I'm a con, I can go on the internet and go to PayPal and open an account and take everything out of your bank in about 30 minutes. Okay. So is that a good deal? Not really. No. Now, if it's somebody you know, somebody you trust, not a problem. I don't trust anybody. Why? Because I don't know that anybody's really all that trustworthy. Maybe a few. Having said that, so wire transfers are great, except for that one thing. They've got to have your banking information to get that money wired to your account. If you want to do that, that's your choice. It ain't mine. The money's available right now, though. That's the upside. With a cashier's check, you're looking at a minimum of 3 days. 3 days before those funds are going to be available in your account, and that's if you have a good banking relationship with that bank. All right, what's the next deal? All right, hey, let's say old Bubba comes up and he's got a personal check. Huh? That's just as good as a cashier's check, believe it or not, folks. Believe it or not, it is. And here's why. Because if Bubba gives you a personal check for the full amount and you deposit it into your account, they do the same thing as they do with a cashier's check. They put a hold on the account for 7 days if you don't have a good banking relationship. If you do have a good banking relationship, that check will clear within 3 days. And if you know the people at your bank, what they will do is they will call the bank it was issued or drawn upon and ask them if that check has cleared. All right, and then at that point, if they say yes, it's cleared our bank, then it's good. Okay, all this is done by the Federal Reserve. It has nothing to do with the banks that you do business with. They're all the same. All these things are cleared by the Federal Reserve, even wire transfers. So anyway, having said that, because it just so happens I've had both of these situations come up. I have an individual right now that wants to bring me a cashier's check on Friday or Saturday and pick up the RV. Is that a good deal? No, it's not a good deal. Because if they pick up the RV and I got a piece of paper, what good's that going to do me? Not much. I mean, do I know these people? No. So, you know, then I'd have to deposit that into my account, wait 3 days, then do the payoff to the lien holder, and then get them the title. It'll probably take 10, 12 days. That's not a good deal for either one of us, okay? So, then the fourth way, or whatever way, is to just bring you a handful of $100 bills. That's great. I tell you, that is just wonderful. They start counting them out. You know, if you're selling something for $9,000, you need 90 $100 bills. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, till you get to 90, and you're good. Almost. Are those good $100 bills? Who knows? So that's where you got to take those 90 $100 bills to the bank and let the teller at the bank make sure those 90 $100 pieces of paper, and that's all they are good. Because, you know, is there counterfeit money out there? I think there might be at least $1 worth. But anyway, having said that, so there's so many ways you can get screwed. So what am I going to do? Here's the way I'm going to handle this transaction. If a person gives me a check, I'm going to say, great, that's wonderful, thank you so much. I'm going to go deposit it in my bank. When it clears my bank, then I will pay off the lien holder, and they will send me the title. Now, we can do this 2 ways. Either you can wait until you get the title in your hand to take possession of the vehicle, or when this check clears in 3 days, clears my bank, and that money is solid in my account, then you can take possession at that time. Because what's the worst that could happen then? Nothing. I've got the money. That's what I want. You know, and if they run off somewhere and I can't find them to mail the title to that I sign on the back, am I worried about that? Not really. So anyway, the way I'm going to handle this transaction with the first individual that wants to bring me a cashier's check is this. Since they just happen to have an account at the same place that I have the RV financed, what I talked to them this morning, what they will do is allow these individuals to pay off my loan, my RV loan, and of course then they're going to still send me the title, but at least that assures the buyer that the loan is paid off. And the way they'll do that is, since they have an account, they'll just do a wire transfer from their account to the other account, whatever it happens to be. But I have to give them the loan, my account number with this financial institution, and I also have to give them the loan number. Okay? Is that bad? Not really. They can't get any information from that. It's not like they can go through that wall and get all my personal information, because they can't. All they can do is go to that loan and do the payoff. And if they want to do anything else to that loan, that's fine with me. You know, they can't add more money to it. They can't do anything because they don't have any of my personal information, other than they'll have my name, account number, and loan number, because I checked with the lending institution, and they said, yeah, we'll do that, and you're not exposed at all. You know, there's nothing. All these people can do is go into the account, look at it. They can get a payoff. They can do a few other minor little things. But as far as doing any damage, nothing. There's nothing they can do. Now, if they want to pay it off, they can do that. So that's the way I'm going to handle it. I'm going to tell this guy, look, you want to buy it? Great. You want to pick it up Saturday? Not a problem. Here's the way we're going to do it. What we're going to do is, you do the transfer from your account at this lending institution to pay off the loan, and once I've verified that it is paid off, I mean, I'll call the lending institution and say, okay, is the loan paid off? And they say, yes, it is. And I say, well, look, is there any way this can come back on me? I mean, it's paid in full, no recourse, right? Right. But once they've told me that, and they confirm it with an email, which I will ask them to do, and they will do, because it's nothing to it, then I have something in writing, loan's paid off, we're good to go there. Now, the difference between what I owe, they'll just bring me in cash, because it won't be that much money. And when they show up, you know, I'll count that money, and if that's the amount's good, I'll take it right over to the bank and deposit it, and then we're done. Okay. Now, you know, if they have to, it's not going to be that many $100 bills, so I don't think I'm worried about being nailed on that score. Okay. But I will take it to the bank while they're hooking the RV up and stuff, and I've got their phone number and their address supposedly, and if that turned out to be counterfeit, I wouldn't do anything. I'd just call the FBI and say, go get them. I mean, I've got their license plate number and everything else. What do you need? You know, I even got pictures of them. They don't even know that. But having said that, you know, so there's ways to protect yourself when you're dealing with titled property. Again, just remember this. A cashier's check and a personal check, as far as the whole time at your bank, there's no difference. None. None. You know, there's no super credibility to a, quote, cashier's check. You know, they're not bulletproof. You know, can they stop payment on a personal check? You bet they can. Can they stop payment on a cashier's check? You bet they can. Check it out. A lot of people don't believe that. And as far as wire transfers, you got to give them your banking information, or they can't wire it. Okay. Now some people say, well, let it, do it bank to bank. Well, that's fine. But that individual that's buying your RV is at that bank with somebody, and your bank's going to call them and say, okay, here's the man's account name, account number, our routing number, and you got to send it here. All right. Now this teller at the other end is listening and writing stuff down. Can the buyer hear and see that? Sure. Or just ask. They're the customer. They can say, hey, now what was this guy's name again? What was that account number? They can get everything they want. So just don't fall for that crap. That's up to you. Now I know I'm going to get some feedback on this, because everybody's going to tell me that, well, we did it this way, we did it that way, and it worked for us, and I'm sure it did. That's fine. But in the world we live in today, folks, if you're a little overcautious, that's fine. If you make an error being overcautious, that is not a problem. But if you're a little too lenient and you kind of lean back and say, oh, I trust this guy, they look so honest, well, look at that little girl, and look at this husband, oh, well, they're just a wonderful house on the prairie family, they wouldn't do anything. If you're that kind of person, welcome to the world. Anyway, having said that, I just thought I'd give you a heads up on that. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want. Anything you want. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon in the description, because I'm an Amazon affiliate. If you use the link and go to Amazon and buy anything, I get a small commission. Does it help? Yeah, it helps. So if you want to do that, fine. If you think about it, do it. Just click on the link, go to Amazon, buy whatever you want to buy. After that, drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day will not hurt you. It's good for you. It will help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it'll also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water. What else? Take deep breaths. Several times a day. Breathe in real deep, hold it for a few seconds, and then breathe out. Why? Because that relieves stress, and relieving stress lowers your blood pressure. Lowering your blood pressure is the #1 thing you can do for a healthy body, in my opinion. What else? Stretch, 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 walk, walk, walk. I just finished doing my stretches, and I did my walking at Walmart because it's 26 degrees here, and I didn't do it outside. I went to an indoor place where it's nice and warm. So having said that, guys, enjoy your day, and hopefully I'll get my RV sold without getting screwed. Okay? Anyway, guys, thumbs up. Adios. Bye-bye.